Good afternoon, Ms. Trubman. Before I begin, I just want to apologize for looking crazy. I just happened to take out my braids right before recording this speech. So, yeah, with that being said, let's get into the speech. So have you ever found yourself deep in a TikTok or Instagram rabbit hole while a major assignment was due in like 4 hours? Well, you're not alone. Research shows over 95% of people procrastinate, and around 20% of us do it so often that it seriously affects our lives. So why do we all do this, even though we know better? My name is Ahadu Tegan, and today I'm going to help you better understand why we procrastinate, what's actually happening in your brain when you do it, and how to break out the cycle. Let me be clear, procrastination isn't just laziness. It's a real complex process involving emotions, brain chemistry, and habits, and you can break it. Here's what I'm going to cover today. 1, why we procrastinate. 2, what happens in the brain during procrastination. And 3, science-backed strategies to help you stop it. So what exactly is procrastination, and why do we fall into it? Procrastination is more than just delaying something. Psychologist Sir Juan Pitchell back in 2014 defined it as the voluntary delay of an intended action, even though you know it'll hurt you later. It's not about being lazy, it's about avoiding a specific feeling. A fear of failure, anxiety, boredom, and not suffering the most from this one, perfectionism. All these can make you avoid starting. What's wild is that it's actually a form of emotion regulation, a way for us to dodge discomfort by distracting ourselves. So instead of doing the work, your brain says, let's scroll for 5-10 minutes, and next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. Now, what's going on in your brain when this happens? There's a tug of war happening between 2 parts of your brain. The limbic system, which is emotional and impulsive, and the prefrontal cortex, which helps you plan, focus, and control impulses. According to researcher Piers Steele back in 2007, when the limbic system wins, we chase short-term rewards like videos, snacks, and even naps instead of long-term goals. And here's the kicker. When you give in, your brain releases dopamine, that feel-good chemical. So your brain learns that procrastination brings relief, and that's why it becomes such a hard habit to break long-term. So how do we actually overcome procrastination? All right, let's talk strategy. Psychologist Timothy Pitchell back in 2013 suggested a simple but powerful trick called the 5-minute rule. Just tell yourself you'll work on tasks for 5 minutes, and that's it, period. Most of the time, starting is the hardest part. And once again, when you begin, momentum carries you forward. And after that, practice self-compassion. I know it sounds soft, but it's actually backed by research. If you beat yourself up over procrastinating, you're actually more likely to do it again. And forgiveness helps you move forward without guilt. Without the guilt spiral. And last but not least, change your environment. This is what's helped me the most, building my routine and getting out of procrastination. Just put your phone down if you have to in another room, set short specific deadlines, timers even if you have to, and just eliminate temptations overall. These small shifts make a huge difference, I promise. So let's recap. 1, procrastination is not about laziness, it's about avoiding uncomfortable emotions. 2, in your brain, it's a fight between the impulsive limbic system and your rational prefrontal cortex. And 3, you can fight back with tools like the 5-minute rule, self-compassion, and by just designing a better environment around you. In the end, procrastination isn't a personal failure. It's a universal human struggle wired into our biology, but not impossible to overcome. The more you understand what's driving it, the more you can stop judging yourself and start making real progress. So next time you feel yourself reaching for your phone, instead of opening that laptop, just pause. Take 5 minutes. Start small. You're more than capable than you think. Thank you.